What would you do if your child's very first words weren't mommy or daddy, but the name of a complete stranger? Meet Ben. His 10-month-old daughter had just started speaking, but instead of the usual baby talk, she looked right into his eyes and clearly said, Mike. Ben's name wasn't Mike, and they didn't know anyone by that name. Little did Ben know this single word was about to tear his entire life apart. At first, Ben thought he just misheard. He laughed it off and asked his wife, Hey, do we know anyone named Mike? His wife casually shook her head and said, No, babies say weird things all the time, Ben. Don't overthink it. But 2 days later, while making breakfast in the kitchen, he heard that same tiny voice behind him. Mike. The spoon slipped from his hand, clattering against the floor. A cold dread began to crawl up his spine. Next, Ben drove to his wife's office. He walked up to the reception desk and asked, Does anyone named Mike work here? The receptionist smiled. Oh yes, Mike from the accounting department. Ben felt his blood run cold. He secretly planted a camera inside the living room. The next day at work, his phone buzzed. He opened the app, and what he saw shattered his heart into a million pieces. Final, slow, dramatic ending. There was his wife, and behind her was a man he had never seen before. As the man leaned in, the baby pointed her tiny finger and cheered, Mike! Mike! In that exact second, the chilling truth hit Ben like a train. His daughter wasn't just speaking her first words, she was exposing a betrayal that had been happening right under his nose.